The media spent much of the last week touting their new hero, the shady and indicted Ukrainian businessman Lev Parnas. Now, he's been leveling some serious accusations, not only at the president and other top officials, but also at Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani joins us now exclusively. Rudy, great to see you tonight. Well, your name was all over the news last week, thanks to your former whatever he is, Mr. Parnas. Everyone in the media is waiting for your response. We really appreciate your joining us tonight. So first, I want you to listen to the remarks from Parnas.
Did anybody in the U.S. government or Mr. Giuliani actually convey to officials in Ukraine that you were there as a representative of President Trump?
The first thing I did is to introduce myself and tell them I'm here on behalf of Rudy Giuliani and the President of the United States. I wouldn't do anything without the consent of Rudy Giuliani or the President. I have no intent, I have no reason to speak to any of these officials. It was all about Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and also Rudy had a personal thing with the Manafort stuff.
Rudy, your response.
Well, my response is that Lev is someone I was close to. Obviously, I was misled by him. I feel very bad. I was godfather to his child and Svetlana's child. I still feel sorry for him. I'm not going to respond to him for each and every one of the misrepresentations he's made, because there are so many. If I'm called as a witness, I'm prepared to do it. In fact, I wouldn't mind being called as a witness for a lot of reasons, including being able to reveal the unbelievable amount of corruption that went on between the Democratic Party and Ukraine all throughout the Obama administration. I think people would be astounded to know the hundreds of millions of dollars that illegally passed hands between Americans and Ukrainians.
I got it, Rudy, but nobody, everyone watching tonight is going to think, and I just know how it all plays out, as do you. You've been doing this for decades. They're all going to say, well, Rudy Giuliani will not respond to the allegation that the president was directing him to direct Parnas to do what he was doing in Ukraine to put the pressure on the Ukrainian government.
I will tell you that he, in very large part, did not tell the truth. I will give you a couple of examples that are public. I will not be sucked into a point-by-point response, which I am ready to give in great detail in front of Congress or a court, in which it will turn out that he lied multiple times. I'll give you one. He said that he was part of a meeting that he was called into during a Hanukkah party at the White House, and the president, and during that meeting, deputized him and told him that he was going to be like his representative. There were 4 people in that meeting. The 4 people in that meeting, myself, his former partner, Igor Fruman, and 2 others, say that it's absolutely untrue. The meeting never took place. The records demonstrate the meeting never took place.
So that would indicate that he wasn't being directed by the president through you.
No, it indicates that he lied.
What he was doing.
No, it indicates that he lied, misrepresented, like Michael Cohen did. Let me give you a second example. They put out a story that Congressman Nunes met with Viktor Shokin in Vienna in 2018, making it like a horrible thing that Devin Nunes did. Lev Parnas put out that story. Lev Parnas once again lied. Devin Nunes was not in Vienna at the time. His passport demonstrates that.
Yeah,
his videotapes demonstrate that.
Yeah, we've covered that.
No, please let me finish, because I have to answer it my way. The second part of it is that I interviewed under oath Mr. Shokin. Mr. Shokin is prepared to show that he hadn't been in Vienna for 7 years, never talked to Devin Nunes, and that Mr. Parnas lied about him. Now, how many times do I have to prove a man is a liar before he isn't featured any longer as the main witness for all you people in the press? The man is a demonstrated liar.
Okay, so you've impeached his credibility.
I cannot go through every single one of the things that he said.
I get it.
I can assure you, as those 2 lies I just demonstrated, he didn't just lie, he lied stupidly.
What's his motivation?
You know what a stupid lie is? A stupid lie is when your partner, Igor Fruman, can contradict you. A stupid lie is when there's a tape recording that can contradict you. A stupid lie is when there's a passport that can contradict you. But I can't possibly go through all the lies that he told.
All right, Rudy, let's move on, because this is an area that
what's his motivation?
Yeah.
His motivation is not to go to prison. The same thing as Michael Cohen.
That's what I figured you were going to say. That's what our idea
Come on. What's his motivation?
All right, Rudy, what the other big question?
Unfortunately, the man's character got tested.
Yeah. Well, he was a
and
pal
he
of
said,
yours.
you must I will lie my way out. Am I disappointed? I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, you must.
I'm heartbroken.
Personal betrayal of that
I am heartbroken.
Yeah.
And the lies are not just lies, they're stupid lies, which means he is extremely poorly represented. I don't let my client go in and tell a story that 4 people can contradict without
Rudy,
checking it out.
Help me out here. I want to move on. Let's move on to the other allegation, which was that you directed the surveillance of a sitting U.S. ambassador, Marie Ivanovich,
No, I did not.
Ukraine.
No, I can definitely tell you I didn't. In fact, she directed the surveillance of me, which nobody's investigating, and of Mr. Solomon, and of your colleague, Sean Hannity, and of Donald Trump Jr.
I'm on the list.
Oh, are you on the list?
Yeah,
Nobody's investigating that. Nobody's investigating Biden's bribery. Nobody's investigating the surveillance of a lawyer, of a newspaper reporter. Nobody is investigating the money laundering charge against Hunter Biden, which I have as a matter of record. Nobody's investigating the money that Biden's brother took out of Iraq the last time he was appointed, another $500 million. They don't investigate Democrats. They are afraid. They're afraid of what the media will do to them. Instead, they take chicken, you know the next word, charges, and they exaggerate them against Republicans. It is so disgusting, the double standard. So disgusting. And I've got a big surprise coming up. I'm going to devote a lot of my time this year exposing the double standard on my own podcast.
Oh, fun.
I'll do it with records, recordings, tape recordings, financial records. A lot of people were pulling a lot of money out of Ukraine, and I learned a lot more about Ukraine than I did just the millions that Joe Biden stole there, and the millions that he stole in Iraq, and the millions that he stole in China, and it is a disgrace that he's not under investigation.
Well, Bill Barr, speaking of Bill Barr, because he could be doing a lot of these investigations, Parnas is saying that Barr was aware
I'll make another definitive statement.
Hold on, let me play it. Well, also, a lot
of
people don't know what I'm talking about.
This one I can answer definitively for you.
Okay, let's just play it, and then you can react. Watch.
Do you know if Mr. Giuliani was ever in contact with Mr. Barr specifically about the fact that he was trying to get Ukraine to announce these investigations into Joe Biden?
Oh, absolutely.
Mr. Barr knew about that?
Mr. Barr had to have known everything. I mean, it's impossible.
Parnas also sent a letter to AG Barr arguing, given the totality of the circumstances, we believe it's appropriate for you to recuse yourself from the ongoing investigation and pending prosecution of Mr. Parnas. Rudy, was the Attorney General in on whatever was going on there in the Ukraine?
I have never spoken to Attorney General Barr about this investigation, ever. Not one word to Attorney General Barr about this investigation. Not even a congratulations on how well he's handling it. I have been circumspect, careful, exceedingly careful. Not only that, Parnas knows that. I told Parnas several times that I would make sure I would never go to the Attorney General with it so I wouldn't compromise him. That is a flat-out, absolute, despicable lie. I am very disappointed and hurt by him, but that one really is a shame, to try to implicate somebody who had nothing to do with it. I never, I'll tell you this definitively, never spoke to Attorney General Barr about this investigation, never once.
Rudy, we really appreciate your being here tonight. Parnas has been showcased all over some of our
Why you can take an unreliable man, an unreliable source, proven
because
to
they
have
want to get
lied
the president.
by 5 witnesses, 6 witnesses.
Yeah, because it's the impeachment, and they want to roll the impeachment.
For the Washington Post and the New York Times to take a proven liar and not even point out his lies. So if you're going to use the proven liar, point out his 5 lies that have been proven.
No, that would be an objective media. All
right, it might be a fair media instead of a hatchet job.
All right, thanks so much, Rudy. We appreciate it.